Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get over to jerichogreen.net to see all of my content first. And I have exclusive merch being designed right now as I speak. And you can also sign up for a $3.99 monthly subscription. My whole video archive is there, plus the new ones that I put up there just about every damn day. Now, I must give some big shout outs to Brett at X Factor Athletic Performance in Virginia. I appreciate the email, man. Don't worry. You are not the only one that looks at all this crazy bullshit and thinks to themselves, who's believing this? Trust me. All this CRT, the Ku Klux Klans, the mandates, we all know it's bullshit, and we all know what needs to be done. And big shout out to my man, Mario. People, this isn't no regular Mario. This is Border Patrol Agent Mario. Thanks for the gear, man. I'm going to wear it in my video real soon. He sent me the hat, the cup. I got a little badge and a patch. Shout out again to all the law enforcement. Shout out to the Monterey County Sheriff who hit me up and gave me a couple patches. Gave me a Monterey County Sheriff patch and a SWAT team patch. I appreciate that. Thanks to you guys. And I'm going to wrap this up with a story. It's going to be some story time with Uncle Jericho. And it's a fucked up story and it's all my fault. So, see, I don't mean to pull a Kamala right there and laugh before I talk about something like this. But we all know yesterday, August 26th, the bombing, I believe it was a suicide bomber. Actually, I take that. I don't know if it was a bomb they set there or someone who actually blew themselves up. Either way, a bombing that took place at the Kabul airport, killing 92 people total. 13 of them were U.S. service members. And I think about 30 of them were Taliban, because it was some new offshoot of ISIS called ISIS-K. And the K stands for the region they're from. I don't remember the name. But the K is for the region that they're from. So they're ISIS, but they're ISIS in this particular clique or whatever, this particular area. And so, yeah, they killed 13 service members this coming, not even a week after we pulled out. And see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you pull all the support for the Afghan army that was supposed to be fighting people like this. Like I said, less than a week. It didn't take long. They're talking about more attacks they're expecting today. And if not today, you know they're coming. Why wouldn't they be? And Biden was talking about when he addressed the nation after. I'll talk about that a little bit. But he was talking about how they're not depending on the kindness that's in ISIS, that is probably not ISIS, I'm sorry, the Taliban, which is probably non-existent, that they're betting on self-preservation, because ISIS doesn't like the Taliban either. So they're hoping that the Taliban will keep doing the right thing because of self-preservation. I don't know. I wouldn't be leaving anything up to anybody over there that doesn't have an American flag on their uniform. We should be in there controlling things. There should be Taliban nowhere near the airport, and getting our people out of there should have been as close as you can get to a breeze. And something else about this airlift, getting these people out of here. The White House, the administration keeps talking about, and the mainstream mediocres who are their lap dogs, their taint licking lap dogs. They keep talking about how this is the largest airlift in American history, and this is the largest evacuation. You can't talk about the evacuation. You can't brag about the evacuation when you're the reason for the evacuation. You can't be the arson that sets the house on fire and then you come help put it out and talk about what a great job you did putting that fire out. You're the cause. You're the reason for this fucked up season. So no, that's not a brag. That is stupid. And that is desperate. That's not something to brag about, that you cause a situation where we have to get the biggest group of Americans out at one time ever. That's not a brag. That's not a good thing. We should not be depending on the Taliban to do anything but die. That's it. That's the only thing we can trust the Taliban to do is die. Their self-preservation, their mutual enemy, fuck all that. Why are they even in a position where we have to consider them for anything? They shouldn't be anywhere near that airport. They should not be standing between our citizens and the airport. Who are we? I mean, we know. Do they? We don't take orders. I thought we didn't negotiate with terrorists. The Taliban are terrorists. Hell, I thought the last guy, the bad orange man, got rid of ISIS. But the Taliban is basically has us by the short and curlies, and we're hoping, fingers crossed, that they keep doing the right thing, that they keep letting our people out. No, go get them. And then you hear, I don't know, was it the White House press secretary? Somebody was talking about how we've sent them messages every 3 weeks and they didn't respond. I assume they want to stay. No, here's an assumption you make. Assume that no American citizen wants to stay behind in Afghanistan without a military presence. I'm going to go ahead and say nobody wants to do that. And unless they send you a message, hello, my name is so-and-so, I decline your offer to evacuate me, I want to stay. Unless you get a certified email or letter from them saying that, assume that they can't respond and they need you to come get them. How stupid is that? We tried to contact them. They didn't get back to us in this war-torn region where internet access and Wi-Fi is hit or miss. If they even have access to it, if they're not hurt or restrained, detained, tied up, dead. Don't assume that an American citizen wants to stay in Afghanistan where they're not wanted, to put it lightly. Nick Pearl, anyone? What the fuck? Now, I know there are some dumbass people, and there could be one or two dummies out of those 1,000 who's like, I want to stay in Afghanistan. But I guarantee you that's few and far between. And 9 out of 10 of those people want to get the fuck out of there and get back here. Why don't you assume that? And of course, Stevie Wonder saw this coming. Of course, there's going to be more attacks. The attacks are going to get more personal. It's not just going to be bombings at airports or killing American servicemen and women. I believe soon they're going to move on to those civilians that were having such a tough time getting out of there. I think soon we're going to see those people getting executed on TV like we did back when we invaded this fucking country. That's what I think we're going to see. That's what I believe all of us know we're going to see. And that loss of life for those servicemen and women, of course, is terrible. But they knew what they were doing when they signed up. Don't treat them like these hapless dummies who are thrown over there. Our military is volunteer. So rest in peace to them. Comfort, if that's even possible right now, for their families. But so far, 13 American servicemen dead. And I don't mean so far in this particular act. I mean so far in the grand scheme of things. We'll see what other terrorist acts and what terrible things are going to take place over there until we take control. And by that, I don't mean putting a bunch of troops back on the ground, because I don't think that these bloodthirsty monsters, these contracting companies, these Halliburtons and shit are done. I don't think you're just going to cut them off and wean them off of that kind of money overnight. I think they want us to be back. And what better way to justify our return than dead Americans? And you know it will be streamed on every social media platform available. in minutes. That's what they're counting on. American people get mad, go get them, send the troops back. They get hooked back up to that money IV. Drip, drip, drip. Now, here's something that's going to make a little more blood squirt out of your ears. So, if you're a Californian. So California, they're hitting up the federal government to get permission so they can use California taxpayers' money to, you guys ready for this? California taxpayer, who right now, your nuts, your financial nuts are being squeezed so tight. Reminds me of that scene from Predator 2, where Maria Conchita Alonso grabs Bill Paxton by the nuts. And she grabs him and she says, you feel it? He's like, ow, okay. So listen up, motherfucker. Listen to me, taxpayer. Now you're going to give us some more of your tax money. All right. What's the tax money for? Ow. You're going to give us tax money so we can pay drug addicts to stay sober. No. For real. What's the tax money for? Stop fucking around. No, that's what it's for. No, that wasn't a joke. California wants to use taxpayer money to pay drug addicts to stay sober. It's an incentive program. The more negative drug tests you come up with, the more money you get. You hear that, guys? They're taking even more of our tax money that we don't have to give to junkies so they clean it up. Never mind you who have gotten off of drugs your damn self. Never mind you who are never addicted to drugs to begin with. You don't deserve shit. What we need to do is reward bad behavior, and we're going to do it with your money. Now, California taxpayer, turn around, shut the fuck up, turn around. Give me your wallet. Give me your damn wallet. There you go. Leave you a couple dollars to live off of. Thank you very much, California taxpayer. Now get your ass out of here and go make me some more revenue. That's what's happening. And I can't stress it enough. We are the petri dish for the rest of the country. You think the other states are going to see this and go, yeah, another way for us to skim some money off the top. Let's pay these fucking junkies and alcoholics and whoever else to stay sober. I have an idea. I know, it's just me, stupid ass taxpayer again. But how about this? How about you figure out a way to clean up your own fucking life and get a job, and then the job will give you money every week, every 2 weeks, every month, depending on what the pay schedule's like. How does that sound? Because I got life over here I'm dealing with. I got my own set of financial obligations, human and otherwise. You're already squeezing me so damn tight, I can't breathe in California. High-ass gas prices, high-ass prices for a house, for rent, for food, everything. They just released a thing that they changed the square footage for pigs now. Now on a pig farm, pigs need a certain amount of square footage, so that's going to make pork even harder to find and more expensive. Most importantly, bacon. There's going to be a bacon shortage. How un-American is that to have a bacon shortage? That's what we're looking at. And while you're looking at that, give me some money so I can pay a dope fiend to turn their life around. What kind of crazy bullshit is that? Please go on my Instagram page. I'll put a link in the description box for you, but I put a picture up there too. I even got it from NPR. They love this shit. They were even pissed. Yep. California taxpayers are going to pay addicts, junkies, dope fiends, whatever you want to call them. We're going to pay them and incentivize them to clean up their act. Fuck your act. I'm trying to clean up mine. Now let me get over here to my, the story. I was going to tell you guys. Okay, real quick. So, I have my line of merch, and some of my merch, I got these sayings. Some I grew up with, some I made up, whatever. Like my dad used to always say, before you shoot your mouth off, make sure your brains are loaded. So another example, I have this shirt, and this is a message that goes out to the fellas, but most importantly, more specifically, young men, before you have the experience to make better decisions, I should say. And age and experience is no guarantee, but I recommend that before you make a decision, especially one about a young lady, maybe in the heat of the moment, maybe in the moment of some lust, you're not thinking straight. There's something wrong with that girl. She's drama, but you're not in charge. This brain has been shut off. That brain is in full control. Full control. And that brain is not always your friend. So I recommend to these young men that you jerk it first. Clear your mind. Make a better decision. When that fool's not in charge, you usually make a better choice when this one is in charge. So you clear your mind, you clear out something else, and you think clearer, make better decisions. Makes sense. So of course I ordered one of the shirts. I like the design. I like the way it looks. But I never wear it around my kids, and I never wear it to like their school or something, because a t-shirt that says jerk it first is just not appropriate. But the other day I slipped up. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I just grabbed a shirt out of the pile after I got out of the shower. So we're sitting down and we're eating dinner, and we're at the end of dinner, and I'm sitting at the head of the table. My daughter's on this side with my wife, and then my son is on the left. And my daughter, she looks over at me, the 9-year-old, and she says, jerk it first. What does that mean? And my wife kind of scoots back, or she's behind my daughter, and she goes, oh, shit. And I was like, and then while I'm saying that, she goes, jerk it first. Jerk it first. What does that mean? I'm like, don't say that anymore. Finish your dinner. Drink your water. And so I got up. I went and I changed my shirt, and I threw that shit in the trash can. That shirt will never harm another person again. That was the weirdest, most awkward, gross feeling I've had thus far in my parental life. And she was saying it. She had no idea. Jerk it first. Jerk it first. What does that mean? I was like, stop. Stop saying that. I'd almost forgot what shirt I was wearing. What was I thinking? I don't think I was. But I tell you this much. I will not wear another shirt with any words remotely close to that in front of my kids, mainly my daughter. That was a moment I will never wash off. So if you are kind enough to purchase some merch, that merch, do not wear it in front of your little kids. I took that bullet so you don't have to. Oh man, kids do say the darndest things, and sometimes it's our fault. Now, let me get into my state mandated meal period. The only good thing California's giving me. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link, Teespring link, jerichogreen.net, and Rumble. I am Jericho Green. Man up. Out.